I'm Sean Parson. Rest in peace to Paul Walker. And I'm going to prove right now that he was killed by the Freemasons and Illuminati, hands down. He died at the age of 40, okay, November 30th. Now, he was known for his Fast and Furious movies, okay? And he conveniently died in a car crash. That's just as suspect to me, and it jumped out at me instantly, and I knew it was already a conspiracy, when the Navy SEAL member of part of Team SEAL 6, he died at a shooting range. That was suspect too, because you know, the Navy SEALs, they're known for guns and their combat skills, and he just conveniently died at a shooting range. Okay, some people may see that as coincidence. I don't. Just like I don't see his death as coincidence, because he died in a car. He's known for those movies. Okay, let me show you something. He died November 30th, 2013, approximately 3:30 p.m. That number was thrown in there just to let you know it was a ritual, and I'm about to prove it right now. Okay, approximately 3:30 p.m. 33 is the highest elite Freemason degree. If you think I'm jumping into something here, I'm about to make the connection. I'm about to show you proof that this is a Freemason connection right here. He had 32 films, okay, movies. He was in the process of making Fast and Furious 7. Okay, 32 films, another Freemason number. Okay, a very popular symbolic number in Freemasonry. Now, to understand even deeper, we have to go into Michael Hastings' death. He died earlier this year as well, 2013. He died at the age of 33. Once again, Freemason. Now, if you are into conspiracies, you know that he was killed for sure. Definitely. But get this. Let me show you the two places where they died. Valencia, California. Paul Walker, he died there. Michael Hastings, Hancock Park, Los Angeles, California. Both of them died in California. Okay? Now I want you to notice the coordinates and some of the numbers that pop up here. In the Michael Hastings death, you have 333. I'm just going to look at it as 33, okay, for the Freemason number. If we go to where Paul Walker died, he has 322. An important number is Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones is in Freemasonry, and we're gonna really make a connection with Paul Walker and Freemasonry right now after this. And he also has 33 in his coordinates as well, in the location where he died. 322 and 33 doesn't pop up in coordinates a lot, people. It's not like they pop up in every coordinates or something. I just want you to know that. Let's go to a movie Paul Walker made, called The Skulls. Here's the connection right here. This movie was literally about Skull and Bones, Freemason societies, secret societies. It was literally about Freemasonry. So we aren't just, throwing out ideas that this is a Freemason connection. No, it's literally a Freemason connection. His movie in 2000 proves this, that we can link his death up to Freemasons, because he, in fact, has been involved in Freemasonry without even knowing it, in the form of a movie. Here's how Paul Walker died. Crashed into a tree in his car, burned to death. Here's how Michael Hastings died. Crashed in a tree in his car, burned to death. Once again, both of them died in California. Both of them died 2013. Let's go into this. I went to Google Maps and typed in both places where they died. Then I went to a trigonometry online website where I got the angle for a triangle with 33 degrees. As you can see, it lines up perfectly. That's not a coincidence. Now, if you're wondering if I'm digging too deep into this, or why did I even think to do this, I've learned to do stuff like this after I learned that the JFK rocket launch runway was 33 degrees. They put a lot of this 33rd degree symbology and coordinates into their plans, whether it be architecture and them building stuff, whether it be buildings or runways, or whether it be where they kill certain people. And right here is even more proof. Now, if you take a car, you're stuck between 32 degrees and 34 degrees depending on which streets you take. Not degrees, sorry, 33 miles will be right in the middle of these two ways of taking it. Now, it's not 33, so I'm not going to say that that's more proof, but I just find it coincidental that they are so close to 33 miles apart from where they died. Now, if it was 48 miles or if it was 16 miles, I wouldn't even throw that in there. I just wanted to make a point right there. So as we can see, this isn't a coincidence. He was obviously killed, and he was killed in an ironic way to correspond with his movie, Fast and Furious. Oh yeah, one more thing. Actor Paul Walker dead at 40. Only problem is this was published 10 p.m. Friday, November 29th, 2013, a whole day before he died. TMZ had the same article, but they scrubbed it. They made new articles the very day instead of the day before because they knew he was going to die, like I said. I'm going to let y'all do more research. You can keep looking up yourself. I just wanted to throw that out there right now. I'm calling foul play. Sean Parson.
What's going on, Facebook heads and YouTube heads? This is Paul the Rose Reaper Gardener with Kimberly Denise here, and we wanted to cut a video real quick just to share with you a little bit more insight behind Paul Walker's death.
Hey, yeah, so I'm not a fan of the mainstream media to begin with, so anytime there's a story like this, I always do some more research through Google and through some other sources, and we're already finding that something's just not right. Number one, I mean, first... him crashing into the tree and the car exploding, that doesn't really make sense to me. And then also, someone had posted on Twitter a picture, which you'll see later in this video, of TMZ actually reporting a couple of days ago his death. So there was some kind of a hoax going on before, then suddenly he dies today. There's just a few things that aren't adding up here.
Exactly, and I don't know if you guys have also watched Family Guy of that episode when Brian actually died from a car accident, and I don't know if you guys find the correlation and the connection there, but Brian was Paul Walker's actor's name in The Fast and the Furious. And it was, I believe, like about a week and a half ago, right? Mm-hmm. About a week and a half ago,
last week,
is when Brian and Family Guy died. So it's like a lot of people always say, like, these type of things always tend to be predicted by the media and the industry, aka you know who, right? So, what do you think about that?
It wouldn't be the first time, because I don't know if you guys know, but if you don't, we're going to show you at the end of this video too that earlier, before the actual tragedy of the Boston Marathon, it was also predicted in Family Guy there as well. And it's not just Family Guy, it's, different movies. There's been other tragedies predicted in other Hollywood productions. But there's just rumors that, a certain group has something to do with these tragedies, and they reveal it beforehand within the media and entertainment. So it's really sick, and I just wonder, like, what's really going on, why, like, what's the reason for it?
Exactly. So what we want to just share with you is that we're not stating this to be fact, but this is, a theory behind what's really going on. And if you're somebody that likes to look deep into this kind of stuff, just click the link below, leave us your thoughts and comments, and let us know, because this is a serious matter, and we would love to hear back from you. See you guys.
Okay, I'm going to make this very simple for the people out there who still can't seem to grasp this. Okay, there was a Family Guy episode that aired March 17, 3 weeks before yesterday's tragic bombings at the Boston Marathon. In this episode, There were two separate scenes. In one scene, the main character is depicted as winning the Boston Marathon by killing all the other participants. There you can see the blood, the limbs, and the guts. Then, in a second scene in the same episode, not following the previous scene, but definitely in the same episode, the main character is depicted detonating by accident 2 explosive bombs via a cell phone. Okay? Family Guy broadcast 3 weeks before Boston Marathon bombings. Same episode, let me repeat that again. Same episode. Different scenes within the same episode. Yeah, not only has YouTube begun deleting these 2 scenes, deleted my video, threatened to terminate my account merely for talking about it, but the mainstream media, along with Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane, have called the whole issue a hoax, as if the episode never existed. Now, again, I'll say it. We agree that these 2 scenes have been spliced together, but they are from the same episode. Scenes which depict Boston Marathon runners killed, murdered, blood, guts, limbs everywhere, and a separate scene depicting two explosive devices being detonated. A separate scene in the same episode. That, my friends, is not a hoax. And now TiVo is deleting the whole episode from their boxes. Quite difficult to delete an episode that is a hoax and doesn't exist. And yet this guy is on Twitter calling us abhorrent merely for talking about this weird, bizarre coincidence. The episode aired 3 weeks before the bombings. He's the one calling us abhorrent, yet he's also the one making cartoons which joke about terrorist bombings and mutilating, murdering people at the Boston Marathon. Okay? Something doesn't quite add up with that kind of hypocrisy. But now it's all across the media that the Family Guy Boston Marathon bombings video is a hoax, even though it's not a hoax. Those scenes were depicted, separate scenes in the same episode. And yet, every time I talk about it on YouTube or Facebook, half the comments are, "This has been debunked as a hoax. How dare you talk about this? I'm going to report you to YouTube." It's not a hoax. Go and look up the video. You can download the whole episode online. The 2 scenes are in the same episode, and yet the media is calling it a hoax. Seth MacFarlane and others are calling people who dare to even discuss it as abhorrent, when he's the one making cartoons joking about killing people at the Boston Marathon. This is Paul Joseph Watson reporting for Infowars.com. The Family Guy episode is not a hoax.